with Spiral Carpets, 1990. Better shut it before I get banned from YouTube. All right, exciting day. What seemed on the surface as a boring day, another phenomenal day. And it all got started with the QQQ going green. Would you believe? Would you believe the Qs were going green this morning and we took a nice 18-cent profit on it? Fantastic. And then the market started rolling over. And if you could believe, we were long UVXY, the dreaded UVXY. Let's not forget about the dry ships because we're going to get to that. That stock now is officially worse than UVXY because I think the criminality behind dry ships is worse than the UVXY because it seems, and I know that dry ships went from 4 to 120. It had its short squeeze for the decade, and it's probably not going to happen again. Or maybe it will. Who cares? It doesn't matter now. But the funny thing is that people still believe it's a real company, and that move from 4 to 120 justified their belief, thinking that this was legit. For me, I would be looking at it from the other way. Any stock that could go from 4 to 120, back to 4, back to $1, and then have another reverse split all in, 2 months' time? Doesn't that illegitimize the stock? Don't you realize there's a scam going on here? But again, God bless you if you're thinking that dry ships may have another up day today or any day. One day maybe it will, maybe it won't. Doesn't matter. Do I own dry ships? Am I short dry ships? I wouldn't own or hold that stock ever to save my life. And there maybe one day, 8 months from now, or maybe it's tomorrow, if it starts to rock and roll and starts to be active, all these things are symbols and prices to me. So let's go back to the inevitable UVXY. Now you understand I've been trading UVXY pretty much since inception. And the reason I became a hater was because I got my ass kicked on it. I didn't understand. If there's volatility in the market, UVXY should be going up, and it never did. Going into the weekend, the market would be selling off, but the UVXY would be going down. I would hold it over the weekend and only see it disintegrate. And the market would be down the next day, yet the UVXY would be down also. I didn't understand. I didn't understand. I didn't understand, and nor does many, many folks out there don't understand. And I'm talking about you, you handsome devil, you handsome young buck that I met the other day, you stunning, blue-eyed, bearded fella that I met. What, you getting all crazy because I'm going all homo on you? What, you're an attractive guy, but still you don't know about the UVXY. So your good looks is not going to save you from losing money in that stock. Now you're probably thinking, why am I hammering the fact that I think this guy's attractive? Because I know how it makes people feel awkward when men tell other men that they're good looking. You getting all weirded out by that? Are ya? Are ya? Well, if you are, that was the point. I want you to make you feel icky. So, and I was wrestling with my uncle, and then it got icky. First run. Then tell somebody you love. You know what I'm talking about, 1980? And there was that drug commercial, We're Not Candy. We're not candy. You need us. Remember those commercials? The more you know. And knowing is half the battle. Knowing is half the battle when it comes to dry ships and UVXY, because today the market was going down. The first day, the first Monday of the new regime, everybody was thinking about selling. UVXY is going up, and there it was, kids. There it was. You know why we were buying it, right? You do know why we bought the UVXY, right, early in the morning. It seems like a million years ago, because it was breaking over the 1-minute VWAP, bitches. That's right. That's right, breaking over the VWAP and going green equals profitability, and that's what I love. And then it got to the multi-day VWAP, which was around 29.05 at the time, and we sold it. Were we upset at the time that it went to 29.55 without us? Sure. Did we run after and chase it? Of course not, because once you sell out of the UVXY, generally it's good, because you shouldn't be holding it. The day that it goes from 29.50 to 32.50, maybe we'll get back in some of the time. Let me know when that day happens. This thing can't even stay green one day. And now, by the way, a few ladies came over the house on Friday that we haven't seen, some of my wife's friends, ladies. And they both said wow, you look good with a beard. And wouldn't you know, the next thing, my wife kind of like turned the tables on me. She says, I kind of like that lumberjack living in Alaska look that you got going on. And she wanted me to throw on like a plaid shirt with no clothes on. You know what I'm talking about, fellas? Suddenly the beard is the best thing that's ever happened to me. So let's hope that UVXY never rallies, because life was good for the Glick this weekend, if you know what I'm saying, and I think you do. But that's not where the party ended. The party just got started, because here's the crazy thing. You know how I love the Alcoa, right? I don't own it. And I'm thinking about, I need revenge now, because it's gone up 6 points. 4 points since I got out. First it went down 3 points, and I was thinking, no, look at that. I sold out the Alcoa, and this is pretty good. And next thing you know, it rallies up 8 points without me. So I'm thinking short. I wanted some revenge on this thing. So what happened today? You got it. Under the 1 minute into the reversal, boom, it went negative. And coinciding with the Alcoa, going short on the Alcoa for the day, of course. Never misconstrue these videos for advice what you should be doing tomorrow, because guess what? At the end of the day, and I'll let you know what I'm still holding. I think you know. I think you know what I'm holding. Is that a new all-time low on the UVXY as I'm speaking? As a matter of fact, it is. It's insane. And they're still selling calls, 10, 20 points out of the money, 40 points out of the money. These things have premium. Oh man, I sell 2 a day just to keep it fresh, to keep it exciting. That one day when I'm going to get caught short these naked calls, let me know when that happens, because hopefully I'm in the blast radius of the nuclear bomb that goes off that causes UVXY to go up 100%. Any day now. Any day now, right? It's been July. We've been saying any day now this thing's going to pop. But all they do is, and again, I want to congratulate a few of you guys that did take the UVXY challenge. I said, as soon as this thing reverse splits, sell 100 shares and see where you are 2 weeks later. Shigaboof, chigablam, you're up 5 points. How you doing? Remember that? It opened around 32.50 and now it's at 27.50. How's it feeling? Easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? This is amazing. I've never seen anything disintegrate as quickly as this has, and the market's really not even going anywhere. If anything, we've had a little bit extra volatility, even though we're trapped in this tight band, which is really, screams unvolatile. But the funny thing is, everybody says that this market's pretty volatile because of the Trump. Is it? I don't see volatility at all. Anyway, if you want to call the Qs going, up and down a point, I guess that's sort of volatile. But again, unless the market's getting completely decimated, UVXY will go down. So there we had it. We had the Alcoa short. We had the CENX short at 14, covered at 13.75, which was amazing. Then some of those old IPOs that we used to love, you had the ACIA, the PI, the NTNX, and the COOP, were all starting to percolate. And wouldn't you know it, there was Twilo sitting there right behind the 1 minute and the multi-day. Breaks the 1 minute into the multi-day, into the reversal, and we made a nice 20-cent trade in the Twilo. Remember, 4 or 5 trades a day. If you're making 15, 20 on all of them, and you take no losses, that's a fantastic day. But if you're making 15, 20, 25, and we did make 70 cents here on the Alibaba late in the day, as long as you continuously take the losses. Now let's talk about the shit stocks, right? The ACG. Here I am talking about taking small losses to save yourself from catastrophes. Now, is this a catastrophe? No, it's 2 points. Percentage-wise, it's awful. Percentage-wise, it's awful because it was at 750 and I decided not to sell it. And then when it broke under 65, everything on the chart said, get the hell out of this thing. But my long-term perspective is, oh, well, it's a swing trade, isn't it? Oh, we'll just want to ignore the short-term volatility because you're a long-term investor. Long-term investing blows. Swing trading sucks because every other day, your stock's doing pretty much the opposite of what it was doing the other day. Sure, Clovis went up, blah, 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 blah. And did I mention that was the second trade we did today? When the Clovis couldn't break the 61, we shorted Clovis. Do you believe it? From 60 down to 59.50. And that was a pretty awful cover at the time because it plummeted all the way down, I think, to 58. Again, if you're the guy that sells the high and buys the low, then you're the greatest. I don't know what to tell you. But if you could just make the meet in the middle, you're going to be all right. So what? We got the Alcoa short, the Cenex short, the Twilo long, the Alibaba long, UVXY long, QQQ long, and then, of course, the inevitable UVXY short. And this was a fantastic day. And I'd love to see you in the room participating in what we're doing. Let's give it up for Pete again. Trading that ATI again on the short side. I didn't do it with you, but again, you killed it. The Alcoa short, well played. CENX, I know you were in that. So the guys, everyone's picking up what I'm laying down, and it's fantastic. And if you'd like to be a part of it, you just email me, kennyglick@AOL.com, and come hang out for a month. I'll even give you like a month and a week because I'm so happy right now. So if you show up tomorrow, I'll give you the end of January, and I'll give you the whole month of February as we celebrate Black History Month. All right? So you get Black History Month for free, and you get the last week in January, which should cover so many earnings reports, and I'm going to show you how to trade around these earnings reports. All right, people, that's it. That's all I'm going to say. The UVXY beard, oh, it's going to be like I'm going to have a big monster. My parents aren't even going to recognize me. It's going to be funny at the next party. All right, see ya.